Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Tonight we're going to be taking on the very challenging Season 5, Round 4 of the Solo Champions League. I've done a few test rounds of this. I ended up going with Miss Marvel, put a lot of thought into it, and I agreed with some comments I saw online where, since so many of Miss Marvel's and Kamala Khan's abilities do receive a benefit from her being in alter ego mode, and Kang and the step 2, 3, whatever version of Kang are kind of beneficial also in keeping you in alter ego. I went with her. That's my way of dealing with this challenge. I've also built a pretty massive deck. There are 50 cards in here. I normally stick to 40 to 43 cards at most, but I went for the full 50. And the reason I went for that was the one obligation that Kang will throw at you, the one where you have to put 8 cards underneath it and then you have to take care of it, blah, 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 blah. I found that by having a 50 card deck, I wasn't as thrown off by that, and I didn't end up in a situation where I was pretty much guaranteed an extra encounter card. I'm still probably going to go through the whole deck at least once. I've got quite a few setup cards and stuff in here that I'm going to try and build out, but hopefully we can last long enough for that. Anyway, that's the game plan. That's what we're looking at, and that's what we're going to try and make happen. So, we're going to start off with our 6-card hand. Oh, let's get everything ready first. You know what? Kang needs toughness, I believe. So when he attacks, you either place 1 threat in the main scheme or take +2 this attack. We'll deal with that as it comes up. And anything special here? Blah, 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 blah. Shuffle the encounter deck. Perfect. Deal each player an encounter card. That's right, we're doing an extra encounter this turn. That was the special thing. We'll deal with it, right? So, Kamala Khan, we're going to get ourselves a 6-card hand. Or is it Kamala? I'm not actually sure. I know it's the Vice President's Kamala. I'm not sure if it's a universal pronunciation or not. I've just always read it, so I'm not great at knowing how to pronounce words I read. That I've only seen in print, I should say. So, Amir Khan, that's definitely one we're going to want. Downtime, maybe. It's kind of in there as a bonus card of nearby, if necessary. I mean, Nakia Badir, definitely. Perseverance does sound nice. Wiggle Room sounds good too. But I don't need Wiggle Room and Perseverance. I think we're going to get rid of Sneak By for now, because there's nothing to thwart, right? So what's the point of that one for now? And I think we'll drop Downtime. I don't need that one as much. I haven't had as much of an issue with recovery. Now watch, this game is the one where I need it. But anyway, we will draw 2 cards for that. We got Momentum Shift and Power of All of Us, which neither one of those are really going to help me in this situation. So we'll get started here. We'll start with Kamala Khan's ability to discard cards until she discards one of hers. Perfect. We will spend Momentum Shift to get Amir Khan out, or no, we'll get Nakia Badir. We'll get her out, and then we will exhaust her to get Amir Khan out, and then we'll exhaust him to put a card at the bottom of the deck. We're gonna put Sneak By down there and go ahead and draw a new card. I really like that ability. Now I have both big hands, which is nice, but not necessarily something I can really use. So, how do I want to deal with this? Perseverance does sound nice to go over with a toughness. Big hand sounds good, but we have a tough status on Kang already, which does complicate that. Man, it does sound really good to just double big hands him and get him down 8 HP in the first turn, but I don't know if that's worth it. What was her ability again? Oh, that's right, I can put it back in my hand. If I attack with her, I can't put it back in my hand. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to switch over. We're going to spend Wiggle Room to do Perseverance, so that when we switch over, we get a tough status card. So that's nice, right? Get ourselves one. We're going to attack to get rid of his tough status card. And then we're going to spend these 2 to use big hands, dealing 4 damage to him. It's not perfect, but, you know, it's something. Alright, we'll ready up. In none of my test games, I never switched to her on my first turn. But I didn't get any of my allies in those hands. That is unfortunate. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We did get multiple man this turn and a power protection, so that's really good news. Biokinetic polymer suit's also good. I'm liking what I see here. Preemptive strike might be necessary, but with our tough status here, I don't think it really will be a problem. The one threat goes on the main scheme. He's going to attack. We're going to get the +2 attack because we have toughness here, and we're going to let that do the job for us. So he gets an attack of 2, 4, plus the boost card. Kang gets a tough status card. Ooh. So he gets 1, and I lose mine. And then before turn 2, we have 2 encounter cards to do. And Kang hurts. He really does. Discard an upgrade or support you control. If no cards were discarded this way, this card gains Surge. Oh man, I don't want to get rid of either of these. I'm a big fan of Amir Khan though, so it's going to be Nakia Madir. And the villain attacks you. Okay, he's definitely attacking now. We will defend for 1. Actually, when a boost card is... I could use this and put it back in my hand. Maybe just let him attack. Yeah, we're going to preemptively decide to do... but if I do that, I won't have enough to play multiple man next turn. So no, we will defend for 1. He gets an attack. Oh, wait, he gets the bonus. We'll take the threat. This turn we'll take the threat. So that's 1. Sorry, it's 1, 2... Oh man, he gets another tough status card. Well, he already has 1, so he can't get 2. So we're good there. So it is still 2 damage to us, bringing us down to 8. I think I'm okay where we are, though, because I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4 to get multiple man out. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. We'll go ahead and get his copies out here, which is exactly what I wanted to do this turn. I wanted to do that in the first turn, honestly, but I just didn't get him. It's one of the downsides of having that 50-card deck. Decreases the odds you get him when you want him, right? There's that. So there's our 3 multiple man. Multiple men? Multiple mans? Who knows? All right. We will thwart with 2 of them. Clearing this out. And then with the third one here, we're going to attack to get rid of this tough status card. So that's that. Do I want to switch over? I think we are. We're going to switch over. I'm still going to use Assess the Situation to get a +1 hand size. We will use Amir Khan's ability to put a card at the bottom of the deck and draw a card. Got Iron Fist. That's good to see. And then that's it. That's our turn. All right. So we get a 7-card hand because we played Assess the Situation. Let's see what we can do with that. Avengers Mansion's nice. Momentum Shift would be actually perfect right now. Quinn Carrier is good, and Iron Fist is even better. All right, 1 threat goes on the main scheme. He's going to scheme for 1 plus this boost card. 2, 3. Let's see. We're at 4 of 7, which I do not want to see, but that's where we are. And an encounter card reads, gains Surge. Attached to Kang. When Kang is attacked, discard Temporal Shield. Prevent all damage from the attack and deal 1 damage to the attacker. Max 1 per attack. Okay, well, we're going to start our turn using multiple man to actually take that Temporal Shield down. Now I really want to get Iron Fist out here. We'll use Amir Khan here. Put a card at the bottom of the deck. We'll put another copy of Big Hands down there, I think. Go ahead and draw another card. And then we're going to use Kamala Khan's ability to get another copy of one of her cards. Which could take a while, it looks like. Alright, Red Dagger. No, I don't use him so much. I've used him a few times. Bruno Corelli I've used a few times too. But what we're going for this turn is Iron Fist. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to use that to get Iron Fist out here, and he'll get his 2 counters. All right. I did use this. Now, I have Momentum Shift I could use, which would help quite a bit. Red Dagger might help. I can't use him while multiple man's out here, but we could thwart and stuff. Or I could just go ahead and get Avengers Mansion out here and get the bonus card every turn. I think we're going to go Avengers Mansion. It's not very often I can actually afford that card, so why not go for it, right? Why not? We are going to stay in Alter Ego mode, I think. We'll use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. Yeah, we'll keep that card for next turn. We will use Iron Fist. That essentially is going to do 3 damage, bringing him down to 5 HP. And then that'll be 1 damage here. Alright, and he's stunned. And since he's stunned, I'm actually going to go ahead and switch over. Might as well, right? We will thwart with one of the multiple mans here. Clear that out. Bring this down to just 3. And I'm wondering if I want to do the same thing with the other multiple man. I think we'll definitely thwart for Miss Marvel. And I think we're going to be okay there for now. I think we'll leave that multiple man for next turn. And we'll get our 5 card hand. 2, 3, 4, and 5. There's Embiggen. That's what I want to see. 1 threat goes on the main scheme. He goes to attack, but he's stunned. So that's that. And now we have before turn 4 an encounter card. Corrupted Time Stream. Players cannot trigger alter ego action abilities on obligations. Each player must discard 1 random card from hand or place 2 threat here. We're going to discard 1 random card, I think, because I can't really afford the extra threat. We're already a little higher than I'm comfortable with on Kang's arrival. So let's go with this one. We lost Armored Vest. Didn't have big plans for Armored Vest, so I'm okay with that. This needs 2 threat on it, though. I do want to get Embiggen out here, and I also want to get Shrink out here. So how can I go about that? We'll start with Avengers Mansion to draw a card. That's going to help. We're going to play Energy to get Shrink out here. And then we're going to play these 2 to get Embiggen out here. And now we're in a good place for thwart and attack events. That's what I want to see. That is what I want to see. That worked out really well. I'm happy about that. So, before we go any further, I think we will... we're going to attack with Iron Fist, which is going to stun him again, doing 3 damage. Bring him down to 2 HP, doing another damage to Iron Fist here. I could end this right now by just using these 2, and I think that might be the way to go. Yeah, that's the way to go. We're going to end this. I could have also finished off Kang the Conqueror, but I decided to instead sacrifice multiple man to end Corrupted Time Stream. Hopefully that pays off. We're certainly going to find out, right? Alright, it is the villain phase, and we're in a pretty good place. I have a good amount of support cards I'm happy with, and upgrades. Ooh, we can get some Energy Barrier and Electrostatic Armor next turn. Maybe an Indomitable. We'll see. That's good to see. Okay. 1 threat's going on that main scheme. He's going to attack, but he is stunned. So none of that. None of that nonsense. For turn 5, though, counter card. Manipulated Time Stream. Discard each event from your hand, or if no events are discarded this way, this card gains Surge. I don't think I had an event. Okay, there are no events to discard, so this card gains Surge. Energy Blast. Kang attacks you. So he's going to attack. Advance to main scheme to stage 2. When Kang attacks, you either place 1 threat in the main scheme or get +2 to this attack. I think we're going to put +1 on the main scheme. He's going to get 2 attack. Do I want to defend this? I think what we want to do is have Iron Fist defend, honestly. But if I do that, I won't be able to get rid of him next turn. So I think we're just going to take the attack. Yeah, there's no defense here. 2, 3, 4 damage. Bring me down to 4 HP. That's okay. We have ways out of this, so I'm not too nervous. We're going to use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. Okay. Don't really need Sneak By right now is the problem. All right, we are going to attack. I believe. Just want to check out my cards. Okay. Yeah, we're going to attack with Iron Fist. That is an attack of 2. That removes him from the game here. But that does defeat Kang the Conqueror. When defeated, advance the main scheme to stage 2 at the end of the phase. Oh, I thought it happened right away. Shoot. Okay. It is at the end of the phase, so he's defeated for now. I guess we can spend the rest of this turn kind of building up for that next turn. Let's go ahead. We'll spend strength here to get energy barrier out. We'll spend... Let's get Indomitable and Electrostatic Armor out. So we'll spend these 2 to get these 2 out, essentially. All right, we're in a pretty good place. I'm comfortable with where we are, at least. I can't really do anything with Miss Marvel. Thwarting's not going to accomplish anything. I do want to switch to Alter Ego and heal, so you know what? Let's just do that now. We're going to go over here, and we'll use our 5 here to get up to 9. Perfect. Let's use Amir Khan's ability while we're here, right? And we'll put Strength down there, I think. And the reason for that is because I know I put a few big hands down there, and that'll help me pay for it if I need to. So we'll put Strength down there, draw a card for that. And let's use Kamala Khan's ability to discard cards till she gets one of hers. Perfect. Okay. Okay. I'm going to stop there, draw up to our 6-card hands. That's 4 more cards. And we're going to move on to phase 2. So that's that one down. Phase 2. Place 1 acceleration token here for each side scheme in play, then discard each side scheme. Oh, I guess I could have ignored that side scheme earlier. Forgot about that. Each player reveals a random stage 3A in turn order. Remove any unused stage 3 schemes from the game. Okay. Well, I've got my stage 3 schemes here. I'm just going to shuffle them up real quick. I don't know. We are going to face all 3 of them tonight. That's the plan. I don't know what order we're going to do them in. I don't know anything like that. So we'll stop at this one, I think. It is Inexorable Fate. So this can go aside for now. When revealed, create your own game area and place this scheme in it. Add Kang Iron Lad to the game and deal yourself an encounter card. Alright, so he's going to go here. Iron Lad's up here. And we deal ourselves an encounter card. He has Toughness and Retaliate 1. I don't like it when they have Retaliate. Not going to lie. I really don't. So after this stage is completed, blah, 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 blah. We're probably going to just let it complete, honestly, and just build, 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 build. We'll see what kind of obligations or stuff we get stuck with in the meantime, though. That can really change that plan. All right, we got Big Hands, Perseverance. Not much we can really use here in the situation we're looking at. So I guess we'll find out. This starts with 1 on it. It goes up 1 every turn. And I guess that's it, right? Okay, so now it's Kang's turn. He's going to scheme. That is 1 plus the boost card. That's just the 1. That's unfortunate. I kind of want him to get a big boost card there. 4. Turn 6, we have 2 encounter cards. And he's at 18 HP, by the way. All right, first encounter card. Rampage. Okay. So that's going to add an acceleration token up here. Discard cards from the top of the encounter. That's when defeated. Okay, we don't have to deal with that just yet, but we're gonna have to. We can deal with that. We have a few. We have like Sneak By here, plus Shrink is really gonna help with that. Just don't really want to. Next encounter card is Future Weapon. Attached to Kang. When Kang attacks, the attack gains overkill. If the attack damages a hero, that hero is stunned. After the attack, discard Future Weapon. So that's going to be a really extra hard attack when it comes up. And it probably will, let's be honest. Okay. Here we go. Let's start with Avengers Mansion to draw a card. Nick Fury, that's good to see. I think we had... Oh, we didn't, never mind. We'll use Amir Khan next to add a card to the bottom of the main deck. Let's get Iron Fist down there. And draw another card. Another Electrostatic Armor. Can't have that because you already have one out. And then last off, we'll use Kamala Khan to draw another card of hers. Big hands it is. We're down to those last few cards. We know what they are. They're more big hands. Big hands all around. If that's the case, we could do 6 damage, get it back, do 4 damage, that's 10. And then we could do another one for... we might be able to beat this without having to deal with... I'm tempted. I am tempted to just go ahead and try and beat him. Now I'm looking at my options. I think we're going to try and beat Rampage, that's for sure. And then we'll deal with whatever comes up next. So, switch over to Ms. Marvel. We're going to go with Sneak By. We need to spend 2 for that. That 2 is going to be Electrostatic Armor. And actually, before we even do that, we're going to spend Electrostatic Armor to use Perseverance to get Toughness. Don't know when we're going to need it, but probably soon, right? Then we're going to go for Sneak By spending Tackle. And we'll go ahead and spend the Power of Protection. To do Sneak By, remove 3 threat from a scheme, but because of this, when you play a thwart event, exhaust, shrink, increase the amount of threat removed by 2. So that's going to be 6 threat removed from here. That's defeated. So that means this acceleration token is gone too. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put that minion into play, engaged with the player who defeated this scheme. Alright, so let's see what minion we end up with. It's probably not good. It's probably going to be Kang the Conqueror, which is the absolute worst minion I can imagine. No minions. Not very many minions in here, actually. It's going to be Kang. I already know it. The further we go down this, the more likely it is it's going to be Kang. Macrobots. Okay, we might be able to deal with that. It's got Guard and Retaliate 1. Give Kang a tough status card if it was a boost, but it's not a boost. We can use Big Hands, though, to defeat that and really just move on. Yeah, I think that's what we want to do. So we're going to spend Nick Fury and this Sneak By I have here to do Big Hands. That's going to do 6 damage, which defeats my Macrobots, so we don't have to deal with its Retaliate because it's defeated. We're going to use Ms. Marvel's ability to put this back in my hand. And I think that's it for this turn. Yep. Yep, there we go. So I need a 5-hand card size, so we're at 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 3 copies of Big Hand and Iron Fist, so I've got decisions to make there, right? 1 threat goes on the main scheme. He's going to attack. He gets 2, 4. Overkill. Does Overkill affect Toughness? I don't think it does. Overkill is on page 10. I think it's just when you defend with an ally. I don't think it matters. Yeah, that's exactly what it means. It has nothing to do with a Toughness status card. Perfect. So we'll give him the full attack. 2, 4, 0 here. So that is... Well, it's 4 damage, but the Toughness takes it. Can these guys do anything? I didn't take damage, I didn't defend, so those guys will do nothing. That's okay with me. Before turn 7, we have an encounter card. Ooh, the Villain Schemes. That I didn't see coming, but you know what? It's actually pretty good news. I kind of want on the scheme. So that's 1 plus a boost card attached to my identity. Next time it would turn up. Basically, I have to get rid of this instead of getting my character back. So that's still one threat going on the main scheme, so that's helpful for what we're trying to do here. This is gone, by the way. Now what do I want to do? Get Iron Fist out, but that would really be about it. These should be readied up. I think what we're gonna do is I really want to be in alter ego mode, honestly. I don't want this to go any further. We're gonna go over to Kamala Khan. We're going to what's the word I'm looking for? Recover for our 5. This will go away when we go to turn up. We're then going to use Amir Khan to put a card at the bottom of my deck and then draw a card. Yep, and then we'll draw that said card. Perfect. And we'll spend 1, 2, 3, 4 to get Iron Fist out here, saving him for next turn, or next phase of the villain, I should say. And let's go ahead and use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. In doing so, we will get an encounter card. We're moving on and shuffling our deck here. All right. We got Red Dagger. I don't know if I have a use for him right now. In doing so, I would lose all my big hands here, and I'm kind of saving those for a super awesome Kang turn coming up. So I think that's just going to be it this turn. We'll get the draw up to our 5 cards, though. Multiple man. Tempting. All right, these will come up. This will just go away. 1 threat will go on the main scheme. He'll go to scheme. That's 1 plus the boost card. 2, 3. So that's good news. So that's at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of 9. I really wanted to go further than that. Just go ahead and make that a little bit clearer. So we're at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then, yep, that's what this encounter card is here. But why not? I'm just curious why it wasn't. Because I didn't have anything, because I put it on the bottom of the main deck, but I'm asking about the second one, how that's not a legal play. Is there something about deck shuffling I should know about? Really? It's not... Sorry, most other games it's just... Once you go to draw a card, you shuffle. But it could be different in this one. You could very well be right. And you probably are, because I don't know this one as well. No, my deck was definitely empty. You're right. I'm just used to... It's on page 6. So if player is instructed to draw 1 or more cards, those cards are drawn. That's drawing cards, sorry. The encounter deck runs out of cards. The encounter deck discard is immediately shuffled to create a new encounter deck. Oh, that's the encounter deck. I'm sorry. Empty player deck. If a player deck runs out, the player shuffles their discard pile to make a new deck. The player immediately deals himself 1 card from the encounter deck. So... I'm going to get into a bit of a wordplay thing here, and now I'm not sure what to do. In the empty encounter deck, it says, if the encounter deck runs out of cards, the encounter discard pile is immediately shuffled to create a new encounter deck. But the player one says, if a player deck runs out of cards, the player shuffles their discard pile to make a new deck. There's nothing that says that they immediately have to shuffle their deck to make a new discard pile. Unless I'm misreading that. Continue to draw cards up until the specified number. That happens, blah, 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 blah. Sorry, I'm not trying to be quiet or anything. I know there's a delay and stuff on here. I'm just trying to figure it out myself. You could be right. It just doesn't say immediately like it does on the encounter deck, which may just be an error in the writing of the book. That's not the first time that's come up. So, the encounter deck runs out of cards. The encounter deck is immediately shuffled to create a new encounter deck. If a player's deck runs out of cards, the player shuffles their discard pile to make a new deck. But this doesn't say... It doesn't say when it runs out, though. It says, if a player deck runs out of cards, the player shuffles their discard pile to make a new deck. I guess that is technically a when, isn't it? Alright, so what does this change? Well, it changes I can't have Iron Fist. Because I used that trick to get Iron Fist. That was the whole point. How can I fix this? I think I have to go back. I think I have to shuffle Iron Fist back into my deck. I think that's the only way I can deal with it, but then I don't get my card. Alright, I think the only fair way is to put Iron Fist back. I don't know how else to deal with it. Oh well, I lost some cards there. That's okay. Well, thanks for letting me know. It's good to know, I guess. I never thought about it that way. I always played it like the DC deck building game where when you're asked to draw a card, you shuffle your deck. But you don't have to shuffle your deck before that if you don't need to. But, different game, right? Can I reorder my actions? No, the only way I could reorder my actions... I guess I could spend big hands instead. I could spend one of my big hands, and in doing so... If I spend one of my big hands, because these cards weren't in my hand. If I spend one of my big hands, I could still get... I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll do that, and I'll get him back out here. Because then I would have played that big hands and something else. And that something else would have been whatever else I gave with it. I don't even remember what it was. So I'll go down to big hands, and that'll fix it. Okay, so these two, like it is two back. So the reason I did that was because originally I had played a Power of Protection, which was worth 2 resources towards Iron Fist. So I'm basically discarding one of the cards I had instead because I would have had some other card that I paid for with it. Is at least the idea in my head. Hopefully that makes sense. Alright, so we already did that. He already schemed, and I have 2 encounter cards before turn 8. Alright, they are Displaced Soldier, Insight 1, which is exactly what I wanted to see because Insight 1 is going to push this to the next level. And it gets Surge, so I do have new encounter cards. So I don't know how bad this is going to be. In doing so, that pops over. This is removed because we're not going to be playing him again. And we'll move on to Kang Stage 3. Or is that like, or is this another at the end of the phase type thing? I have to read this one. Very specific wording. After the stage is complete, place 1 aside Kang's Dominion under stage 4A at the end of the phase. Remove Kang Iron Lad. So after the villain phase, he will switch out. So he's still there for now. So he'll still remain there with his tough status card until the end of this phase. And Shadow of the Past, which is actually kind of perfect because it's going to happen anyway in a second. I guess now I still get the encounter card also, which isn't, or I'm sorry, the side scheme also, which isn't ideal. but, you know, deal with what you got, right? You're right, it's end of phase. I was just reading that. Again, there's a delay. Sorry. All right. There's this. And Fear of Kang. You cannot attack Kang. Discard a random card from your hand. Discard this obligation. I have to be in alter ego mode for that. Yeah, that really is semi-perfect time. I'm still worried about Generation Y being out right now. So discard the top card of each player's deck for each ally and persona support in play. For each ally and persona support in play? What does that even mean? I don't think I have any. Oh, I have this one right here. Okay. So I have one ally and one persona support, so that's 2 cards. We lost Nakia Badir. I don't like that. All right. It's the end of the phase, which means we're officially losing Kang, Iron Lad here. That's beat. This can go away. And then there's this. And reveal Kang 3 and add him to the game. Reveal each face-down Kang's Dominion under this stage, which would be just the one. Unless there's another one I should know about. Nope, just the one. Okay. Each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for their set-aside nemesis. We already did that. Shuffle the encounter deck. Perfect. Well, I mean, that kind of worked out pretty well, actually, because we knew that was coming anyway, right? That had 0 on it. Am I missing something? That shouldn't be here. That's for later. That is for later. Why is this out here? Oh, wait, no. This is... Chronopolis is one of the other side schemes. That shouldn't be here. It should be Kang's Dominion. I just grabbed the wrong thing. That's all. All right. So that's got a when defeated. Kang cannot take damage while that's there. He's already got a tough status card anyway. And we have a bunch of stuff here. So how do we want to deal with this? Well, Iron Fist can take out any one of these. He's going to basically waste his stun in the process. So it's kind of a thought experiment to try and figure out how I want to deal with that. And we have Fear of Kang. So discard a random card from your hand. Discard this obligation. We're going to go ahead and do that, I think. Actually, maybe not yet. Because there's nothing that says I have to do at the beginning of my turn. I can do that at any time. So we're going to use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. And we're going to use Amir Khan to put a card at the bottom of the deck. And go ahead and draw another card. Alright, let's see what I can do with all this, right? And we are also at 20 HP now. Okay. Crazy, crazy, crazy. A lot going on here. I really want to use multiple man. I think that'd be cool. The issue with that is that I can only have 2 of them out here because of Iron Fist right now. I don't want to get rid of Iron Fist. Red Dagger might be useful. Biokinetic Polymer Suit would be helpful because there's a few times I haven't been able to afford what I actually want to do. Let's use Kamala Khan's ability to get a card into our hand. That is one of hers. I'm losing a bunch of cards in this, but this is why I built a 50-card deck. It's because I know that this is going to happen relatively often. Alright, I'm losing a lot of cards I didn't want to lose now. Come on. Don't do this to me. How many cards can she have hiding in here? I must have gone through half of this deck already. Wiggle room. Okay. I don't know if that was worth it. Let's switch over. We're going to use... If I get Red Dagger out there, that'd be really helpful, I think. So would Biokinetic Polymer Suit. So we're going to spend multiple man to get Biokinetic Polymer Suit out here. We're going to spend 1, 2, 3 to get Red Dagger out here. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe get those back. If I use this, I could easily defeat Thomas Edison and just... Oh, I have to get rid of this time display soldier first. Let's do that. We'll go 1, and we'll spend a wiggle room to do 2. That's going to be 4 damage to time display soldier. It's gone. That's 1 down. And this is gone, unfortunately. I think I have to get rid of Thomas Edison now. I really want to get rid of this encounter card here, but I can't. I don't have a way of doing that right now. Unless I get Red Dagger out, but I can't now because I spent on big hands. All right, we're going to see if this is worth it, right? We're going to go 1, 2 to do another big hands, taking out Thomas Edison. So he's gone. We're still in a okay setup. Like, we haven't really lost that much. I can't get rid of Fear of Kang yet, which isn't great. All right. 1 threat goes on that main scheme. He's going to attack. We will... I need to place 1 threat in the main scheme or get +2 to this attack. We're going to place 1 threat in the main scheme this time. He'll attack for 2. We will defend for our 1. That's all we got, right? Yeah, we're going to defend for 1. All right, 2 plus the boost card here. 3, 4. I had 1 defense though, so that goes down to 3. After you defend against an attack, deal 1 damage. I can't do that. When you would take any amount of damage, remove 1 reflection counter here and prevent 1 of that damage and deal 1 to the enemy. I can't deal damage to him, but we can still reduce that damage by 1. So we'll go down to 8 instead of 7. So that's helpful to some degree. Oh, the hero ability is I can exhaust her to put an event card back in my hand after I play it. So, now we have 2 encounter cards because of Generation Y before turn 9. Edison's Giant Robot cannot take damage. Spend a Genius resource until the end of the phase. Treat this card's printed text as if it were blank. Wow, that's a bad card. Okay, and Harvest. Exhaust each persona support in play. That's just Amir Khan, unfortunately. Still just has that 1. For each support exhausted this way, the villain heals 1 damage. If no persona support was exhausted this way, the card gains Surge. Okay, I'm not too happy with where we are right now. That's not how I wanted this turn to go. We're going to use this and downtime to do momentum shift. Oh, I can't yet. Hold on. I have to discard something. We have to discard Sneak By if we want to get rid of Edison's robot. And I can't just yet. I need to get rid of Generation Y, or that's going to be a real problem. If I do this and this, I'll still be able to afford it. Perfect. Okay. We're going to go this and spend Bruno Corelli to do Sneak By. Removing 3 threat from a scheme, we're going to do Generation Y. So that's just gone. No more of that. That's 1. We're going to go 1, 2 to do Momentum Shift. Oh, I can't do that. What am I doing? I can't do Momentum Shift. If I can't do Momentum Shift because I can't do damage to him. And I can't do damage to Kang either. Shoot. I messed that up. Well, let's try this to get a card into my hand. Hey, we're going to discard this so that we can officially do damage to him. We'll spend these 2 to do Momentum Shift. Heal 2 damage and deal 2 damage to an enemy. So that'll bring me back up to 10. Doing 2 damage to this guy. And then we're going to use Iron Fist on him. Oh, this says I can't attack Kang. I can still do damage to him. So that's good to know. All right, so that'll do 3 more damage here, and he'll get a stunned card. I'm happier of where I am now. Yeah, the mansion helped. Yep, good catch. I probably could have... Wait, since that says I can't attack him, but I can still do damage to him, this was an interrupt that would have gotten rid of his tough status card. Because earlier I didn't do the damage to him because I thought I couldn't do any damage to him, but it turns out that it's just that you can't attack him. Energy barrier is not an attack. Okay, I'm a little more comfortable with where I am now. I still want to get rid of Fear of Kang really badly. Really, really badly. Alright, we'll get our 5 cards. One threat is going out on that main scheme. He's going to attack. I think we have to defend again. Yeah, we have to defend. So, that is an attack of 2. We're going to again put another threat out there. Wait, he can't take damage? It says discard a random card. It says you cannot attack Kang. What do you mean he can't take damage? Where's that coming from? Edison's robot cannot take damage. And I didn't do any damage to Kang. Oh, wait, the side scheme. You're right. Kang cannot take damage. So you're right. So I was right the first time. He still has toughness. I was thinking of Fear of Kang, not that. Thank you. Okay. So this should be readied up. That did not defend me this turn. Still defending against this attack. I did the extra threat there. So that's an attack of 2 plus whatever this is. 3, 4. Again, we defended for 1, so that's 3. And we'll use one of these to get down to 2. And then this stun goes away for his attack. And before turn 10, we have another encounter card. And I'm not too happy where we are right now. Not really. Ugh. Light of Sentry Sphere. When defeated, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put the minion into play and engage with the player who defeated this scheme. That's not looking good for me. Especially those extra encounter cards I'm not looking forward to. Alright. We are going to start our turn with discarding Multiple Man. In order... Oh, I still have to do my 2 damage over here to myself, sorry. Discarding Multiple Man so that we can do damage to Edison's robot. We'll use Iron Fist here to just finish him off. It's not how I wanted to use him. I wanted to use him to take out Kang. That's not what happened. That's okay. Now I really want to get rid of Fear of Kang. Anything else I can do first, though? We're going to go with 1, 2, 3 to get Mockingbird out here so we can at least stun Kang. And we're going to start digging into this Kang's Dominion so I can finally start doing some damage to him. Anything else? Oh, we've got still Avengers Mansion to draw a card. But I think what I'm going to do is switch over to Alter Ego form. I'm going to discard a random card. There's only 1 card in my hand. So that's discarded. That defeats Fear of Kang. And then we'll use Amir Khan to put a card at the bottom of the deck. And draw a card. And then Avengers Mansion to draw another card. Wish I could get this out here, but I don't think I can. In fact, I think I'm just going to discard it because it's not really what I'm interested in. Ooh, I can still use her ability to get one of her cards into my hand. Haven't done that yet. Wasting so many cards. This might not have worked. Yeah, it didn't really work out in my favor. That's too bad. I think that's it. I think that's all I can do this turn. All right. Hopefully this doesn't hurt me too bad. It's looking like it's going to hurt me pretty bad, though. Really want to end Kang's Dominion. I really do. So do I want? I will discard Helicarrier, and I don't really need wiggle room either. All right, we got our big hands. We got a Nick Fury. So let's see what we can do, right? One threat's going on that main scheme, which I do not like seeing right now. Really need to play the sneak by if possible. He's going to attack, but he's stunned, so that's good news. And then before turn 11, we have another encounter card. Time Travel Tactics Surge. Each player takes 1 indirect damage for each obligation in their area. Well, I have no obligations, so that's good. But it does have Surge, so we have another encounter card. Harvest. Exhaust each persona support in play. For each support exhausted this way, the villain heals 1 damage. Okay, so it's just this one. So that's not so bad. And he can't heal because he's already at full HP, so I'm not too upset about that. Okay, let's use Iron Fist and Mockingbird to finish off Kang's Dominion. Let's get that out of here. Actually, I think that would actually go back in here. These guys, he's defeated, and she's got 1 more damage. All right. We're going to use Kamala Khan's ability to put a card into our hand, and I believe this should be Big Hands. Yes, perfect. That worked out. Then we're going to use Avengers Mansion, which will get me an extra encounter card this turn. Not looking forward to that. Oh, you're right. I was supposed to have another encounter card last turn because of this. Thank you. Kang Master of Time activates against you. If Kang Master of Time is not in the pile, well, we get to bring out Kang Master of Time as the short version of this story. So where is he? Where is Kang Master of Time? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Where is Kang? There he is. All right, he's got toughness. I'm doomed. This is not looking good. I'm not super comfortable with my situation now. There's my deck of 3 remaining encounter cards before we have a bunch of other stuff to deal with. So I still have to shuffle my deck because I want to use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. Oh, and I still have to put my encounter card in, that's right, before shuffling my deck. So that's for Avengers Mansion. That's Sneak By, which is really helpful because that's going to help us get rid of this stuff. So, we will switch over to Ms. Marvel. We're going to spend this and Indomitable to do Sneak By, remove 3 threat from a scheme, but we're going to use this one here to make it 5 threat and just clear off the main scheme. Perfect. We're then going to use Ms. Marvel's ability to put that just right back in my hand. We're going to use Mockingbird. Oh, I already used Mockingbird this turn, so that's not an option. Maybe I don't want to use their ability. Maybe I want to save that for something else. No, I really do want to get rid of that so we don't have to deal with the encounter cards. But if I get Nick Fury out here, he could get rid of that tough status card. Nah, but we're going to lose all those big hands that way. So instead, we're going to use Ms. Marvel to attack to get rid of this tough status card. We're going to spend these 2 to do 4 damage. To do 4 damage with big hands. And use this to increase that to 6 damage, defeating Kang. So Kang is out again. And then over here, we'll spend these 2 to do Sneak By, ending Light of Centuries. Okay. There's that. So when defeated, discard cards on the top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put that minion into play, engage with the player who defeated the scheme. I don't think there are any minions left in here. Nope. So that's going to be an acceleration token up here. And I very well could get Kang back now. That would be the worst possible timeline. The one where I defeat Kang and then he just comes right back. I'm hoping that's not the case. But it's not like there's a positive minion in here. They're all pretty terrible. And he's still at full HP. All this time, I think it's been 3 rounds now of Kang at full HP. Oh, Kang Master of Time. There he is. Oh, that's discarded, sorry. Yep, it happened. And that's an acceleration token up here. I already did that, okay. Not liking this. Not liking this at all. Okay, how to deal with this. Nothing else I can do with my turn. We're going to try and get rid of both tough status cards with these this turn. But man, this is not looking good. I've got a pretty good board. It's just nothing's working. That's 2 threat going on the main scheme. I got Kang again because I defeated the side scheme, which had to discard cards from the top of the main deck until I got a minion. That minion was Kang, Master of Time, again, even though I just defeated him. I would have been better off defeating this side scheme and then going for Kang, but I did not think of that. So I ended up getting Kang twice in a row. Next time, right? Only got 2 more tries tonight anyway. You don't think you continue looking? This is going to come up twice tonight, isn't it? Okay, well, you know what? I like all of your reasonings a lot better than the situation I'm in right now. So I'm going to follow your advice on that and shuffle that back in. I'm glad that's the case. I never played it that way. Again, I play a bunch of different games like this, and they all have slightly different rules in these respects. So thank you for letting me know about that. I never really thought about that. I always thought you just keep going till you satisfy the conditions. Okay, so that's 2 threat in the main scheme. He's going to attack. I think we're just going to defend with Mockingbird. But I kind of, you know what? I want to defend with myself so that we can use these abilities. So we're going to defend. We're going to take the... How do I want to handle this? You know what? No, we are going to defend a Mockingbird, and we'll take the 2 extra attack. So that's 2, 4 attack, plus this boost card. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you go right ahead and take that Mockingbird. And then we have 2 encounter cards. Okay. For turn 12. And we're still at full health on Kang, by the way. Time Display Soldier, that's Insight 1. I'm going to have to really watch that. That's going to build up fast. And Stolen Memories, place the top 8 cards of your deck face down under this card. Discard a Genius resource while in Alter Ego form to discard those cards. Okay. Let's start our turn with Avengers Mansion to draw a card. We'll use... This can be used for an action. So we'll use that and Electrostatic Armor to do Momentum Shift, doing 2 damage to him. And we're healing 2 damage from us. Do I want to put it back in my hand? No, I think what we're going to do is just go ahead and now attack a Miss Marvel to get rid of Time Display Soldier. Can't really do anything else that's in my hand right now. Unless we're going to... if I go to Alter Ego, he's really going to hurt me next turn. So it'd be 3, 4, 5 plus the scheme of 2. There's a really good chance I'm going to lose if I go to alter ego, so I can't do that. Okay, so instead, we'll spend... We're going to spend Luke Cage here to get downtime out. I know I don't need downtime. I'm just trying to... I might need it later on, right? Is kind of the thought process I have here. Okay. I think that's all I can do this turn. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to go back just a little bit. This is in my hand. Because this guy was at full health, I spent this and this to do this to him. This could have done 2 extra damage to him, which means I wouldn't have to attack him with Miss Marvel to get that 3rd damage. I would have done 4 damage with Momentum Shift. So that's actually that problem solved. That's a little better. Then what we'll do is actually thwart with Miss Marvel. Take 1 threat off of here. I'm still... you know what? I'm going to try. I'm going to go back. We're going to use Amir Khan real quick to add a card to the bottom of the deck. And draw a card. And then we're going to use Kamala's turn to try and get a card of hers to her hand. We got... Okay. That's a little better. We're going to discard Perseverance here. Or actually, we're going to discard... Yeah, we have 2 copies of it. So discard Perseverance to get Stolen Memories taken care of. And we're going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4 to get Luke Cage out here. Won't really be using him for another turn or 2, but he's out there, right? Okay. I think that was a better use of my turn. I hope that was a better use of my turn. That is 2 threat going on that main scheme. And then I'm really hoping we don't scheme out here. This could very well could be what happens. So he has a scheme of 2. I don't think I have anything to stop that. So with that 2, we'll go ahead and get a boost card of 3, 4. So I'm going to put 5 out there and take 1 off. So we're at 8 of a possible 10. I do not like that. Before turn 13, we have an encounter card attached to my identity, so I cannot go up after exhausting. Basically all that says. I don't have a lot in the way of thwart this turn. Don't like that. So, first off, Avengers Mansion, draw a card. Red Dagger could help. We are then going to use Amir Khan to put a card at the bottom of the deck. Draw another card. Okay. Then we're going to use Kamala Khan's ability to discard cards until we get one of hers. Okay. So now we have some options available to us. Still, none of this thwarts except for Red Dagger. Red Dagger is the only one of these cards that will thwart. Okay. So we'll switch over. We're Miss Marvel again. We're going to thwart ourselves, I think. That seems to be the only option here. In doing so, we will clear off one of these. Then we'll spend 1, 2, and we're not going to be using this, so that's 3 to get Red Dagger out. We'll use him for 2 more thwart, bringing this down to a 3, and doing a damage here. So that's a little better. That's a little better situation we're in. We're going to do what now? I want to use... We're going to spend 1-2 on momentum shift. We're not going to heal from that momentum shift because we're already at full health. Instead, we'll just get rid of the tough status card. And then we're going to spend 1, 2, 3 on tackle, which will stun an enemy and deal 3 damage to it. But we will exhaust this to do an additional 2, so that's 5 damage to him, bringing him down to 15 instead of 20, which is much better. And he's stunned. And that just goes away. And then we're going to spend Assess a Situation so that we get a 6-card hand for this next turn. I am much happier with the state we're in now. Okay, 6-card hand. Everyone readies up. This just goes away. 6-card hand it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Please don't get an advance on me. I just can't take advance. 2 threat goes on that main scheme. He's going to attack, but he is stunned. And then before turn 14, we have an encounter card, and it is Gang Up. He's going to attack. We're going to defend with Luke Cage. So just let him get the full attack of 2 plus 4 plus an encounter card, a boost card. 6. Goodbye. That tough status card, and Luke Cage is out for attacks now. Really liking that. That's even better. Okay, pretty happy with that. How are we doing here? We're going to use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. Don't have all the events and stuff I really, really want right now. We're going to use Red Dagger to do 2 thwart here. We're going to use Luke Cage, actually, to do another thwart. I need to get that down lower, you know? Not his strength, but I got to get it lower. Oh, is he exhausted? You're right, he should be exhausted. He doesn't just lose that, he is exhausted. Thank you. Yeah, it is good to see that discarded, right? Yeah, you're totally right. Everyone's right. I have to exhaust him when I defend. I forgot. I'm so used to allies just being defeated when that happens, instead of being the tough status card going away. That I didn't even think about that. So thank you. I'm tempted to get just this one multiple man out here. I know he'd be expensive, but it's not like I'm doing much else of this deck, of this hand right now. Preemptive Strike's not going to help me. Target acquired could help depending on the boost ability of a card. Quinn Carrier could help. All right, we're going to go with 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2. No, yeah, 1, 2, 3 in order to get Quinn Carrier out. We'll use Quinn Carrier to get target acquired out. I know I'm just filling up on all these cards, but it should make my deck a little more manageable. And I think we're just going to discard multiple man. I know I didn't do much this turn, but we have Preemptive Strike here. And actually, maybe I'll just discard... I'm going to discard one of the other Preemptive Strikes also. And that gets me up to my hand size of 5. And we'll ready everything up. I'm pretty comfortable with this. I have to remember I have target acquired, I have Indomitable, and I have these 2 here also. So I'm pretty comfortable. That is 2 threat going on that main scheme. He's going to attack. We're going to... Do I want Red Dagger to take it? Because I could get him right back out. Spend 2 resources of different types. So that actually wouldn't work. I don't want that to happen. How do I want to deal with this? I think we're going to defend. He'll get 4 attack this turn because I don't want to add any more threat to that main scheme. So that's 4 plus this boost card, which is 0. So it's 4 minus 1 is 3. We will block one of those of this. So we'll only take 2 damage. And that's going to do 1 damage to him, by the way. And then this will do another damage to him, bringing it down to 13. And I think I am going to use Indomitable to ready up just in case something else happens here. Which I don't have a deck here, so I should probably shuffle now, right? Which actually would have happened before I discarded Indomitable. I have to get used to that. It's a whole other like combination of things that I don't normally play that way, but it just kind of became a problem tonight. Normally it just doesn't affect things, but tonight it did because I had a strategy around it. Okay. Still have an encounter card before turn 15. Energy Blast. Kang attacks you. Okay, that's okay. I still have Preemptive Strike here. So let's just defend again. So that's 1. We'll take the full 4 attack again. So that's 4. Did I not do the encounter card? No, I'm sorry. It's probably just a delay. Yeah, I just did Energy Blast. So that's 4 attack. My 1 defense right here is 2. And we're going to go ahead and spend Biokinetic Polymer Suit to do Preemptive Strike when a boost card is turned face up. While the villain attacks, cancel all boost icons on the card, then deal 1 damage to the villain for each boost or for each icon that way. So that's going to be 2 damage to him, bring him down to 12. He did 4 damage. I defended for 1, so that does bring me down 3 to 5 HP. Okay. Oh, and the encounter card for decking out. You're totally right. You're right. The villain schemes, all of that. Oh no. I'm at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He gets 2, 3. That's exactly 10. Man. I had Sneak By for next turn. I had Big Hands. I was going to be able to do 10 damage this turn. Oh, man. Shoot. Okay, yeah, I lost. I lost very close to the end here. All right, I have some picking up to do, and I'll be right back for that second attempt. So, be right back. Alright, welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is for the Solo Champions League. What's that? Solo Champions League is a semi-competitive way of playing Marvel Champions. Basically, everyone plays the same setup with a few choices like what hero you're going to use or what aspect you're going to use. And you get ranked on how well you did, like how many turns it took you or how much HP you or the villain had at the end of the game. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy playing it. I love running it. I hope you enjoy it too. Check it out. There's a link below if you're not sure what it is or you want to learn more. All right. So that first game hit me hard. I was going to win on that next turn. I know it. That's unfortunate. But we do get 3 attempts. So let's see if we can pull this thing off, right? I think we do get an encounter card from Kang's arrival. Kang up there gets toughness, yep, and then we get 6 cards. And we are at 12 HP, so everything is right. I like seeing Embiggen and Shrink right at the beginning. Red Dagger's okay. Big Hands, I don't like that I have both copies of Big Hands right now, honestly. In fact, these are all my cards, which is going to really hurt when I use that ability in a second. Okay, well, we're going to try and do it anyway. So, we'll use Kamala Khan's ability to get a card. We just lost multiple, man. Alright, we got a Mirror Khan. That's what I wanted to see, honestly. So, we could, and we will, switch over, or maybe, no, these are all events I have to use, right? Not really. Now I think about it, I could use Genius to get Embiggen out here. And I could use one of the Big Hands to get Amir Khan out here. We could exhaust him to put multiple man at the bottom so he's not a waste next time he comes up. Draw another card. And I could go ahead and get Red Dagger out here. But I'd be losing Shrink and Big Hands. But we have Amir Khan next turn. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to get Red Dagger out here. We're going to... Are we going to switch over? We're not going to switch over this turn. We're going to stay here. We're going to draw up to our 6 cards again. And we're going to hope this pays off. Energy Barrier. There we go. Big Hands again. That's not very good, seeing all those Big Hands and Sneak Bys right at the top of the deck. I kind of want those later. I don't want those right away. 1 threat's going on that main scheme. He's going to scheme himself. So that's 1, 2. And then we have 2 encounter cards before turn 2. Counter card 1. It's an obligation. After you use a basic hero power, take 1 damage. And then while in Alter Ego, I have to discard a strength resource from my hand to discard this obligation. Alright, there's that one. Shadow of the Past. Are you kidding me? No mercy tonight. No mercy. Alright. There's this. I'll shuffle all these in here while we figure out anything else I have to do. When revealed, discard the top card of each player's deck for each ally and persona they play. Oh, in play. That's 2 for me. We just lost multiple, man. And Thomas Edison can't take damage when I'm engaged with another minion. So let's try and deal with him quickly. I want to deal with Generation Y and Thomas Edison quite quickly. Okay. For our turn, let's start with Amir Khan's ability to put a card at the bottom of the deck. We're going to put multiple man down there again. Hopefully later on we can pull him out and draw a card. We got Preemptive Strike, which we may or may not use. I have to unfortunately lose Big Hands to get rid of Weakened here. Yeah, brutal indeed. Tell me about it. I'm not even going to add the threat here. I'm just going to get rid of it and use Red Dagger here to get rid of it. That's my process. We're going to get rid of Big Hands to end Weakened. Which means I have nothing to get rid of Thomas Edison. Nothing. Have to switch over. No choice. Gotta play Sneak By here. So we're going to play 1, 2, 3 to do Sneak By, removing 3 threat from a scheme. Do I want to exhaust to get it back? No, I'm good. We will play Energy Barrier to get electrostatic armor out here. And we'll attack for 1 on Thomas Edison. So that's a start. We're at least going in the right direction, right? But man, we've lost so much. I've already got 1 sneak by, 1 big hands. There's shrink. There's a second big hands, a third big hands. I think there's 4 big hands total. So not great. There's multiple man. So if we go out of our way to try and get multiple man this turn, we'll have actually a pretty good time, it looks like. Or momentum. That sounds good too. All right. 1 threat on the main scheme. Kang is going to attack. I mean, we got to defend, right? He's going to attack, and we're going to go ahead and take the extra threat. That's an attack of 1, 2, plus the boost card. 3. I block 2 of that with this, or with 1. I'm sorry, I block 1 of that with this defense. Bring me down to 8. And after I defend against an attack, I can deal 1 damage, which will get rid of his toughness. Thomas Edison will attack. That's an attack of 1, so that brings me down to 7. And then before turn 3, we have an encounter card. Energy Blast. Kang attacks you. Wow. Oh, man. I guess we have to take another one of these. 2 plus this boost card. 3, 4. That's 4 damage, bringing me down to 3 HP. Man. Just brutal indeed. We're going to use Red Dagger to take out Thomas Edison. No more of that, please. Can't do anything about Kang's arrival then, though. I can, however, use Momentum Shift. So we'll use Strength, do Momentum Shift. That'll deal 2 damage to Kang, bringing him down to 10 and healing me for 2 at least, bringing me up to 5. We're going to use Multiple Man to get Armored Vest out here. You get +1 defense because I'm apparently defending a lot. We'll save Power of Us All for next turn. And we're going to defend a Red Dagger this turn. So I think we'll be okay. Not comfortable with it, though. We get 4 new cards. I really want to get rid of Kang's arrival there. That's fuller than I want. And that's a sneak by, which will help with that. All right, so that's 1 threat on that main scheme. He's going to attack, but Red Dagger is going to defend. So we'll just take the full 4 attack plus the boost card of 5. Red Dagger's gone. We're not going to pay the ability to get him back. Really just want to move on. Then we have an encounter card before turn 4. Ah, the villain schemes, you've got to be kidding me. Anything I can do about that? Nope. All right, 1 plus the boost card. 2, 3, and that's it. That is 7 threat on the main scheme, ending that, because there is nothing I can do about it. Nope. Man, that hurt. That was a bad one. We went from an hour-and-a-half game, I think, ending on a defeat at the last turn, to this turn, not much better. Not much better, but much quicker. I'll give it that. Okay. I'm going to pick up, and we'll come back for the 3rd attempt, I guess, right? All right, be right back. All right, we are back. I'm still cleaning up a little bit, but I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Solo Champions League. This is for Season 5, Round 3. It's hard to believe it's been 5 seasons. It has been a crazy couple months. I shouldn't say months. I started, I think, in July or August of last year, so we're coming up on a year. A lot of fun, though. I hope you're all really enjoying yourself. I know I have been, even if I'm losing badly right now. Even if. All right, so I guess, oh, I didn't even do this yet. So, if you enjoy the leagues, if you enjoy the videos, whatever it is that found you here, my Etsy store, whatever it is, there's a few ways you can support it. One, you can play the games, tell your friends, it's awesome, do it, it's fun. You can watch the videos, I appreciate that too, appreciate every single one of you every day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Other things you can do are check out the Etsy store where there's officially league gear, like this playmat, which is kind of covered up right now, I know, but I'm super big fan. I'm really happy with how they came out. I've been doing playmats for like 5 years now for my Etsy store, and I was really looking forward to kind of using that skill for the Solo Champions League, and I'm glad it worked out. I'm really happy with how they came out. There's also this pin here is another new item for the league gear. It's pretty cool. I like it. It was a suggestion from a league member, so I hope other people are interested too. Now, another way you can help out, if you're interested, is the Patreon. The Patreon has just been completely redone, relaunched, with all new rewards and even physical rewards like this pin at the right level. So check it out. There's a link below. Really appreciate it. You get special rewards like the pin, like I said. You get updated results throughout the middle of a round. You get special members-only rounds between seasons, all sorts of stuff. Like I said, there's a link below if you want to see if there's anything there for you. Got a few people to thank tonight. Those people are recent members of the Patreon. We have Treyonce Knowles. Treyonce Knowles has been a member of the Solo Champions League for, I think, 1 or 2 seasons. I think this is their 2nd season, but this might be their 1st. Welcome, Treyonce. I'm glad you are enjoying yourself. I just want you to know that I smile every time I see your screen name. It makes me laugh. All right, and we have Fortuna 2. Again, there's 7s in there instead of T's. I think I got it right, though. Fortuna 2 has been a member of the Solo Champions League. I think they're new for Season 5. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're enjoying yourself so far. Cirrus 101. Cirrus 101 has been with us since Season 1, Round 1. They were one of the first members to join the league. They helped, ask the right questions at the beginning so we get everything set up for what we have today. And I really do appreciate them, and I'm glad they joined the Patreon. So thank you, thank you, thank you. That's all the thank yous I have for tonight. You could be thanked by joining the Patreon. Who knows? So, we're at 10 HP. I am super shuffled here by now. I've been shuffling the whole time, as you can see. So we should be good. We should be at our 12. He needs his tough status card, and we need an encounter card. All right, I think we are at the proper starting point now to get our 6 cards. Let's see how it goes. Multiple man right off the top. That is what I like to see. In fact, I'm not going to discard anything. We're going to go for the multiple man strategy because that's what I want. That's how I like playing multiple man, right? Use them right on the first turn. So 1, 2, 3, and I guess we'll discard Indomitable to get multiple man out here, making this deck a little bit lighter, which is really the main goal, but also to get something to get rid of that tough status card, deal some damage along the way. I really like multiple man in that first turn. Always happy to see it. Come on, multiple man, and right next to each other. Okay. Now we're just going to shuffle some stuff up in there. So, we have 3 copies of multiple man now. Good to see. I can tell you right now I'm going to use 1 right off the bat to get rid of that tough status card. I'm considering doing nothing with the other 2 just yet, and maybe saving them for a future turn. Alright, there's that. And then I think we'll spend Energy Barrier to get Electrostatic Armor out here. Actually, before we do that, let's use Kamala Khan's ability to discard cards until we get one of hers. Come on. What do we got here? Red Dagger. Not really something I'm going to use right now because I have multiple man out there, but we will spend these 2 to do Energy Barrier instead of Electrostatic Armor. I'm talking too fast. Give me a second. Okay, so we've got multiple mana out here. We're going to attack with one to get rid of this tough status card. We're going to save the other ones probably for either thwarting or attacking next turn, depending on what kind of encounter cards we have to deal with between now and then. We're going to leave Kamala in alter ego mode, though. Hopefully I don't regret that. And we've got, man, power protection, but no protection cards, except another energy barrier, so that's good. So we could do sneak by, energy barrier, and assess the situation. I'm kind of looking forward to that turn. That's going to be pretty good. One threat in the main scheme. He's going to scheme for 1 plus the boost card. 2, 3, and goodbye to Shadows of the Past. Could not be happier about that. All right, and then 2 encounter cards before turn 2. We're looking at Pin Down. Place 2 threat here for each obligation in play. So it's still just the 2. And then we have a Corrupted Time Stream. Wow, we really went at it with these side schemes, didn't we? Cannot trigger alter ego action abilities on obligations. Yikes. Okay. We're going to use these multiple mans right here to clear off Pin Down. So let's just get rid of that. There's no when defeated effect, so that's good. And that's 1 damage to each of them. This one's still in play. We're going to use the Power of Protection to get this energy barrier out, because we can afford it real easily. And this is how I like to play Ms. Marvel, spending these turns, building up these upgrades and supports so that later in the game you get a lot more of your events out of your deck, because that's all that's left in them by the end. At least that's the plan, right? Let's use her ability real quick to get a card of hers. We got Big Hands. That's good to see. We're going to switch over now. We're going to use Genius to do Sneak By, removing 3 threat from a scheme. That's going to be from the main scheme here. And I'm thinking, no, we'll keep it there. We'll use Ms. Marvel and this multiple man to clear off Corrupted Time Stream. So that is that. Pretty happy with that. I think I want to go for Big Hands. We're going to do 1, 2, or do I want to do Assess the Situation to get a bigger hand next turn? I think I'm going to go for Assess the Situation. I do like that larger hand size. So that's 1, 2. We get 4 new cards. And let's see if this paid off or if I made a giant mistake. 1 threat's going on that main scheme. He's going to attack. We're going to defend with multiple man. So that's an attack of 2. We're going to go with the full 4 attack. 5, 6. Goodbye to multiple man. Then, before turn 3, we have an encounter card. Advance. It's always advance, isn't it? 1 plus the boost card. 2. We're just going to put a 3 out there and take 1 off. Okay. Not the worst thing in the world. I mean, it could be much better, obviously. Can I afford to do both of these things? Yes, I can. Okay, that's looking pretty good then. So we're going to spend 1, 2, 3 to do Tackle. So that's going to stun Kang and do 3 damage to him, bringing him down to 9 HP. In doing so, I could exhaust to get Tackle back. And I think I am going to do just that. Then we're going to spend... because I'm going to try and tackle him again next turn and keep him stunned is the plan. We'll spend these 2 to do Sneak By, removing 3 threat from the main scheme. Still have multiple man out here, but no use for him just yet. We're at 9 HP, not 19. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, that's 1 threat in the main scheme. He goes to attack, but he is stunned, so that's out. And then we have an encounter card before turn 4. It is Rampage. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put that minion into play, engage with the player who defeated this scheme. Oh, that's when defeated. If that's the case, let's not defeat it and instead use that on the next level if we can. If we can do that, I'm going to try. We're going to... I really need to get Shrink out there. My plan was to use Tackle, but I think getting Shrink out there is going to be more important. When revealed, just want to check. I want to make sure. Place one acceleration token here for each side scheme in play. That's right. Okay. Okay. But that's going to reflect in the end of the game. Okay. Do really want to do Tackle again. But if I do that, that's pretty much the whole turn. And I do have these energy barriers, so maybe it's not in my best interest to Tackle at all. And maybe Shrink or Advanced Armor, or Armor Vest, I mean, would be better. Electrostatic Armor, I don't have that out yet. So let's do that. Let's do Power of All of Us to get Electrostatic Armor out here. We'll spend Tackle to get Armored Vest out here. And we'll finish off Multiple Man. And we're going to keep him there. Just for a safety net, just for a bit. I'm going to keeping him there. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nick Fury, I'm happy to see. Momentum Shift, I'm happy to see. Shrink, I do still want to use, so we'll try. That's one threat in the main scheme. He's going to attack. We're going to take... I could defend. And then deal a bunch of damage to him. We're going to defend. And we're going to take... Do I want to do 4 damage? We'll take the extra damage. So that's a 4 attack. Plus a boost card. 5 attack. So this defense brings it down to 3 damage. These two will bring it down to 1 damage. So that's just 1 damage. And then 1, 2, 3 damage going to Kang the Conqueror, bringing him down to 6 HP. I'm glad I did that. Very glad I did that. Okay. And then before turn 5, we have an encounter card. Time Travel Hijinks. Discard the highest cost card you control, then place it face down under this card. That's going to be one of these guys, unfortunately. Discard an energy resource from your hand. Discard this obligation. Oh, wait, no. No, that's not the highest it's actually Multiple Man. Forgot I actually control that card. So I still had 2 on here, so that's good. Okay. So he's at 6 HP there. I could use Bruno Corelli. I haven't been able to this whole game because I've been doing other things. Momentum Shift, though, it's really tempting. So we're going to start with Momentum Shift. Doing 2 damage to Kang the Conqueror. So that'll bring him down to 4. And we'll heal up for 2, which just brings us up to 10, obviously. And I think we'll spend these 2 to get Shrink out here. And I think that's the whole turn, honestly. Let's hope that works out. We got Big Hands, Embiggen, and Biokinetic Polymer Suit. I want all 3 of those cards, and I can't have all 3 at once. So we're going to have to figure out how to deal with that. Oh, this had an acceleration token on it. I'm sorry. So that should have an extra threat on it. So we'll take that down to 4. That is 2 more threat going on there, unfortunately. So we're at 6 of 7, which I do not like. I wish I knew that ahead of time. I should have known that ahead of time. It's on me. I have to try and beat him this turn, so that's not a problem. Anyway, he's going to attack, and we're obviously going to take the full attack because I can't afford to put 1 threat up there. We'll defend. That is attack of 4 plus a boost card. Oh, Thomas Edison should not be in there. Whoops. Sorry about that. I got to take those out. Any other ones? I mean, obviously the whole set should be in here. Harvest, Harvest, Generation Y, and then that robot should be here somewhere, right? Edison's robot. That's our 5. Okay. Sorry about that. So it's still an attack of 4 plus a boost card. Oh, my health says I'm at 0. That's not right. Should be at 9 because I took 1 damage that last turn. Okay, so it's still 4 plus this boost card of 0. So with the 4, we have 2 defense. So that's it for that. These will block the other 2 and do 2 damage to him. And this will do a 3rd damage to him, bringing him down to 1 HP. Okay, that's good. The good news. Man, do I have anything that does 1 damage to him? That'd be nice. I don't. Okay. Okay. Before turn 6, we have an encounter card. Kang attacks you. Okay, that's not as good. That's going to be 4 attack again. We can't defend this time, though. So I can still use these, which is good for this effect, but maybe not for me. So 4, 5, 6. That's 6 damage. I can block 2 of that with these, bringing me down to 4 damage, bringing this down to 5. Okay, but that does the 2 damage I need to get rid of Kang the Conqueror. At the end of the phase, which is where we are right now, because that is the end of the villain phase, we'll go on, we'll move this up. Yep, right here. Did I miss something? He should have done the 3 damage, so it should have been 2 from Energy Barrier and 1 from Electrostatic Armor on the first attack, but I can't use Electrostatic Armor on the second attack because I couldn't defend on the second attack because I was already exhausted. So, I'm going to go ahead. I have to do this. That's right. So, deal each player, and I already did that. That's already taken care of. We have to figure out which one of these we're going to face. Place 1 acceleration token here for each side scheme in play, then discard each side scheme in play. Okay, so that's gone. Each player reveals a random stage 3A in any turn order, blah, 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 blah. All right, here's our stage 3As. It's one of these 2. I don't know which one it is. We already faced, what was it, Iron Lad last time. So it could be any of the other 2. What do we got? It's not the Scarlet Centurion, so it's either the Tut one or I forgot the name of the other one. It's going to be this one, though, and that is the Chronopolis. The Chronopolis, let's get this out of the way, will get us Kang Immortus, who comes into play with toughness. He cannot take damage while a minion is in play. End of the phase, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Chronopolis. Create your own game area and place this scheme in it. Add Kang Immortus to the game area and deal yourself an encounter card. After this stage is completed, place 1 set aside, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So, I'm in a very different situation than I thought I would be this turn. I thought that this turn would be spent trying to get that last health off of Kang, but now we're going to spend it instead going to Alter Ego and just trying to survive. So I need to get rid of a electric to get rid of that. That is Embiggen. I don't want to get rid of Embiggen. So we're going to switch to Alter Ego. We're going to spend Momentum Shift and Big Hands to get Embiggen out here. We're going to spend Quinn Carrier to get Biokinetic Polymer Suit out. That's going to be our turn. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards is what we get. Iron Fist, that's exactly when I want to see him. All right, that is 1 threat on the main scheme, I think. Or does it go up because of this here? An acceleration token will be placed on another scheme. Place it here instead. Okay, so this would not get the acceleration token. So it's just the 1. He goes to scheme. That's 2 plus a boost card. Attached to my identity. I cannot ready up. Okay, so that is just 2 threat then, which we'll put there. And then we have 2 encounter cards before turn 7. This could get ugly, and I'm hoping it doesn't. Macrobots have Retaliate 1 and Guard. And Fear of Kang, you cannot attack Kang. Discard a random card from your hand. Discard this obligation. Okay, down to my turn now. We're definitely going to heal up to get to the full 10. There's no other choice there in my eyes. I really want to get Iron Fist out here because that will defeat Macrobots, I think. I mean, it could, obviously, but it won't right away. I don't have any event cards that could really help, except Perseverance. I could use Perseverance, go over, and start doing some damage that way. But I really would rather this just keeps going. So let's try and get rid of this. I have to get rid of an energy resource, so we'll get rid of Preemptive Strike to end time travel hijinks. So that's 1 down. This has to be a random card. I don't want it to be Iron Fist, but it might have to be. Nothing I can really do about that. Okay, it's got to be a random card. Let's figure out what it is. Please don't be Iron Fist. Oh, I did not realize that. Well, luckily I haven't played it at all tonight. I totally didn't even think about that. Nice catch. No, I haven't played it at all. You're totally right. I lucked out in that respect. Thank you. That'd be terrible. I could not restart now. I'm in my 3rd game after 2 losses. I really would like a 3rd one to be a win here, but we'll see. We'll see. So I'm discarding a random card to get rid of Fear of Kang, and that's going to be Wiggle Room. I think what we'll do now is spend the power of... no, we're going to spend Perseverance to get downtime out here, just to kind of clear up some room in my hand. We're going to save Iron Fist, and that'll be that. We'll draw up to our 6... Oh, we could use Kamala Khan, though. Instead of that, we're going to use Kamala's ability to put a card into our hand. That's going to be a Mir Khan. Perfect. Perfect. We're going to spend downtime to get a Mir Khan out here, put a card at the bottom of the deck, and draw a card. What should we put down there? I'm leaning into putting Multiple Man down there because I know for a fact that the 2 bottom cards there are Multiple Man. Maybe Big Hands. I mean, obviously there's good reason for that. Do some damage, right? Yeah, I think I'm going to go Big Hands. Big Hands right down here. Yeah, it says play only if you have the Avenger identity, and I haven't played it, so I guess you can still put it in your deck. It's useless. Sorry about that, but at least I didn't use it. So I put a card down there so I can draw a card, and that's Big Hands. I could use Big Hands to end Macrobots here, which I think is what I want to do. Later. On a next future turn, whatever, we'll do that. Right? Sorry, I'm just looking at my options. Could use Perseverance to get that toughness. Now, I think we're just going to stay here for this turn. Hopefully take care of Macrobots on this next turn. We're going to discard the Power of All of Us. And thinking I want to discard Perseverance also, but I might need that, so I will keep it. 4, 5, 6. Okay. That is 1 threat on that main scheme, and then he's going to scheme for 2. I'll just add this one in now. 3 and the boost card. That's it, just the 3. That is not enough. And then before turn 8, we have an encounter card. Another Macrobots. That I'm not happy about. I'm really not happy about 2 Macrobots. We might have to switch over now. We're at 3, 6, 7. I have to ready everything up. Oh, this doesn't get readied up. This just goes away. Can still use a Mir Kondo to put something at the bottom of the deck and then draw a card. Yeah, we're gonna put a strength down there for that man, what's the word I'm looking for? The giant hands. Nakia Badir. Okay, you could help. We're gonna spend. It's so tempting. Everything's so tempting. We're going to spend Momentum Shift to get Nakia Badira here. Nakia? I think it's Nakia. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not great at reading names. I'm really not. We can use 1. And we have big hands ready for next turn. Can Iron Fist take them out? He's got that retaliate thing, which kind of hurts in that respect. But if I use this, I could get another card. Thinking what I want to do is just let it scheme out this turn, deal with these guys on the next turn. But man, that's not good. Those 2 guards, he's going to have toughness. Okay, that's what we're doing though. Ready everything up. And we have to draw up to 6. So that's 1, 2, 3. That's going to be another encounter card this turn. As we draw up to our hand size. I hope this works out. Took a few chances in there. We've got a pretty good setup I'm happy with, but I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I'm really not. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. How are we doing? We got 1 big hands. We got 2 big hands. A red dagger. Target acquired. Okay. Probably double big hands is going to be the way to go. So that is 1 threat on the main scheme. Then he goes to scheme, which is 2, 3, 4. That's way more than enough to bust that. So we will deal with that when the time comes. Then we have 2 encounter cards before turn 9. First one. Stolen Memories. Place the top 8 cards of your deck face down under this. I don't even know what they are, but there's Stolen Memories for us. And this one. Oh, Kang, Master of Time activates against you. If Kang, Master of Time is not in play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for Kang, Master of Time. You know, I just realized that I'm going to have Edison out here at the same time as everyone else. So this is going to be a really dangerous situation I put myself in. I should have thought ahead. Should have thought ahead. He enters with tough. That's the end of the phase, which means that's the end of the Chronopolis. So that's the end of King Immortus also. Remove the Chronopolis from the game. Blah, blah, blah. That's all taken care of. That is a copy of Kang's Dominion coming out. So that's 3 threat right there. Then this here going up to 4A, reveal, add the game of law. Okay, we did that. When revealed, each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile and set aside area for their nemesis minions. So yep, Thomas Edison is out here. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 minions to deal with. 2 of them being Kang and Thomas Edison. 2 of them being Macrobots. Not cool. Not cool. as we have Kang the Conqueror enter play. Okay, we have to do some business now. Let's start with Kamal's ability to draw a card that is hers. Come on, we need a hero card. Sneak by. That's all right. That's going to help. That's good. And we can use this ability to put a card at the bottom of the deck and draw a new card. Okay. Oh man, there's a lot to do this turn. There is a lot to do this turn. So we need to get rid of this. In fact, let's use Iron Fist, or actually at the end of this right here, Stolen Memories. Yeah, we'll discard Assess the Situation to end Stolen Memories, or else he's going to get a bunch of extra damage in his attacks, which I don't want to deal with. And then we're going to use Iron Fist, taking 1 damage here. He deals 1 damage to this tough, and then does his attack of 2. Loses 1 of these. We're going to switch over. We'll spend this to do Perseverance, so we'll get our own tough status card, because let's be honest, we could use it. We'll use Strength to do 4 damage with big hands here. In doing so, we're going to defeat Kang, Master of Time. And I think I want to exhaust myself to get that big hands back. And then we're going to spend 1, 2, do another big hands here. In doing so, he should be stunned by, I was planning on defeat him, so I didn't really think about that. But yes, he should be stunned also. So 4 damage to Macrobots here. Exactly. Again, delay. So probably just came to the realization at the same time. I can't deal with those guys this turn, which is unfortunate. Next turn we can use Iron Fist to defeat... Well, we won't be able to defeat Macrobots, but now we'll have to deal with the... We'll probably use the other big hands to defeat Macrobots and Iron Fist to defeat Thomas Edison, or to get rid of that tough status card up there. We'll figure it out, right? 1, 2. I'm readying everything up, by the way. 1, 2. I get 5 cards, so I get 3 more. We got Preemptive Strike, Power of Protection, and Indomitable. I'm really liking Preemptive Strike. That could help this turn. If need be, it could really help. That's 2 threat going on the main scheme, unfortunately. He's going to attack. We're going to give him the full attack. So he's going to get 4 damage. We're going to let him attack Miss Marvel because I have this tough status card anyway. So that's 4. I have Preemptive Strike if a particularly high amount of damage comes out of there. Like if like a 3 pip, what's the word I'm looking for? Boost card comes out, I might use it. So again, it's giving me an attack of 4 to my tough status card. 5, 6, 7. Okay. If that's the case, we're definitely going to use this to do Preemptive Strike to deal 3 damage to him in the process. Oh, but he's got that tough status card. And I can't damage him while this is out here anyway. So you know what? That's not going to happen. We still lose the tough status card, but none of that other stuff happens because I still have Kang's Dominion also. All sorts of reasons that doesn't happen. Okay. We're going to... Let's get attacked by the Macrobots. We will defend against that attack. So that's an attack of 1, 2, but I defend for 1, 2. Oh, you know what? Maybe we don't want to do that. If I defend, they have to do more than this damage, so I should have defended against Kang. But I couldn't anyway, so we're still going to defend against them, so 2 damage becomes no damage here. That's good. But then Thomas Edison attacks, and he does 1 damage to me, bringing me down to 9. We got to get rid of these minions. All right. Turn 10 starts with turn 9 ends with an encounter card. After you use a basic hero card, take 1 damage. Use a basic hero power, sorry, take 1 damage. Discard a might strength resource from your hand. Discard this obligation. Okay. We will start with 1, 2. We're going to do big hands to defeat Macrobots. That's just gone. Okay. Then, what I really want to do is get rid of this so I could use Iron Fist to get rid of that tough status card, but it just doesn't seem to be an option. It's just not going that direction, you know? I think we have to do it anyway. We have to do this to get rid of Thomas Edison. Take another damage. We kind of waste the ability, but he's gone, you know? He's gone, right? Then we will use 1, 2 to do sneak by, removing 3 threat from a scheme. That'll be this scheme right here, ending Kang's Dominion. Okay. I think I want to switch over to try and get rid of Weakened, because we should be okay from this. So yeah, we're going to switch over. We're going to use this first to put a card at the bottom of the deck and draw a new card. Probably going to be Big Hands. Yeah, Big Hands it is. And then we're going to use Kamala's ability to draw a card until we see one of hers. Very well. I don't know what to do with this one this turn. I guess we can use this. I guess it doesn't really matter now I think about it. But we'll get Bruno Corelli out here by spending this. And that should be our turn. Everyone readies up. We'll draw up to our 6 cards, and we'll see if we can survive this next turn. Oh, wait. No, hold on. Go back. Go back. I had these 2 cards in my hand. I wanted to defeat this. We'll get rid of Bruno Corelli to do just that. That's what I really wanted to do. I can't believe I forgot about that. We're still going to discard this card because I already have one out anyway. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doesn't really change the turn too much, but it is an important distinction. All right. Multiple Man sounds nice, but they're all in the discard pile. Can't use Quinn Carrier. Avengers Mansion is nice, but Big Hands is the way to go next turn. So that's 2 threat on the main scheme. He's going to scheme for 2 plus the boost card. 3, 4. Man, he really hits hard, doesn't he? And then before turn 11, we have an encounter card. Please, please don't be advance. You cannot play hero-specific cards. Discard a hero-specific card from your hand. Discard this obligation. Okay. We're going to discard Wiggle Room to get rid of Depowered because I can't have that happening. We're going to use Amir Khan to put a card at the bottom of the deck. That card will be probably Sneak By here. Just go ahead and draw another card. Here we go. We got our own copy of Sneak By, which is good to see. Now I could use 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to get Avengers Mansion out here. We'll use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. Did I use her ability yet? I don't think I did. I did not use her ability to get one of her cards yet. So we're going to use Kamala Khan's ability to draw until we get one of her cards. Wiggle room back. Okay, so we'll see what we do now. We're back. Gotta play sneak by, right? We'll use 1, and our second one will be from Quinn Carrier here. We'll use sneak by to do 3 thwart, but plus this is 5 thwart, bringing this down to 3. We will then attack. No, we're not going to attack. We're going to attack with Iron Fist. That will get rid of this tough status card. And get rid of Iron Fist. Then we'll spend 1-2 to do Big Hands, which will do 6 damage to Kang, bringing him down to 14. Because that, sorry, it does 4 damage plus this 2. And we're going to exhaust Miss Marvel to put Big Hands back into my hand, so that hopefully we can do that again next turn. Right? That's the plan. All right, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We got another sneak by, and of course Big Hands. So that's a pretty good turn. I think if we survive these next couple turns, we should be okay. All right, that's 2 threat going on the main scheme. Then he's going to attack. We're going to defend. He attacks for 2. Oh, we could add 1 threat, right? Oh, no, that's not this one. Sorry. When Kang attacks, you either place 1 threat in the main scheme or get +2 attack. Okay, I was right. So that is attack of 4, which we are defending against. 5, 6 damage. So nothing in my hand that stops that, but 4 damage is all that's left from this. So we do go down to 5 HP, and we do deal 1 damage from electrostatic armor. Then before turn 12, we have an encounter card, and please don't make him attack. Displace Soldier, that's Insight 1, and it does have Surge. Discard an upgrade or support you control. If no cards were discarded this way, this card gains Surge. Man, tough call. I think Nakia is the one I'm going to discard. Okay. Start our turn with Avengers Mansion to draw a card. Didn't really help, unfortunately. Really got to do this sneak by. So 1, and the second one will just be this here to do sneak by, which will do 3 threat, 5 threat with this. And we'll just discard that. I really want to get rid of Time Displaced Soldier. But I think the way to go is to get rid of Kang the Conqueror. He's at 13. That's going to do some damage, though. But if I do Big Hands, I mean, that's 6 damage. That's a lot of damage. It's just so hard to say, leave him here. I think I have to. We're going to go for it. So, we're going to spend 1, 2 to do Big Hands here. That's going to be using this to do 6 damage to Kang, bringing him down to 7 HP. Come on, single-digit Kang. That's what I want to see. Single-digit Kang. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's perfect, because then... Oh, no, I have to shuffle my discard pile now, don't I? I do. And I don't like this new rule I learned tonight. It's not a new rule. It's one I didn't understand. Oh, well. Oh, I hope you guys can hear me. Looks like there might have been a cut in my audio, but should be okay. Should be okay. Okay. We're getting there, right? So we have to get a new encounter card for shuffling our deck, unfortunately. What do we got? We got Mockingbird, which will be helpful. I'm pretty happy with this setup here. Yeah. All right, that's 2 threat going on the main scheme. Then he's going to attack. I mean, we're going to defend. It's an attack of 1, 2. You know, we're going to take the extra threat, though. But I think I do have sneak by here. So we'll take the extra threat to go 1, 2. So 2 attack to my 2 defense, and then this boost card. 3, 4. So that will do 2 damage to us, but this here will do 1 damage to him, bringing him down to 6. Alright, and then Time Displaced Soldier is going to do 2 damage to us that we can't do anything about, bringing us down to 1 HP. We have 1 HP. We have 2 encounter cards. I just want to survive. All I want to do is survive. Depowered. You cannot play hero-specific cards. Discard a hero-specific card from your hand. Discard this obligation. Okay. And this one, Stolen Memories. That's 8 cards. Can we do this? We're going to start our turn with Avengers Mansion to draw a card. We're going to give up Nakia Badir to get rid of Depowered. I have to use Sneak By this turn. There's no way I could just not. Oh, wait, I can end this with Big Hands. I can end this with Big Hands. It does 6 damage. I just need to be able to afford it. Okay, I feel much better now. If that's the case, so we'll save these 2 for Big Hands, and we're just going to try and beat this thing. So, 1, 2, to do Sneak By. We'll exhaust this to do the full threat removal. And then it's just 1, 2 to do Big Hands, exhausting this to do 6 damage, and we got a victory. Okay. I will take 1 for 3 in this challenge. I was actually 1 for 3 in my test games, so it's right on course. I think there's a few things I could remove. Obviously, we should be getting rid of the what is it? The carrier, the one that's for Avengers. Is it Quinn Carrier? Is that the name? Yeah, Quinn Carrier. I shouldn't be having that in this deck. I can't play it in this deck. So why is it there? Because I misread the card. That's why. A few other things I would get rid of is probably Target Acquired. I had it there just in case. It's kind of an opportunistic card. And I really like Assess the Situation. I would keep that. Probably one of the Perseverances could go. Anyway, I could make the deck a little smaller, but I think my strategy of having a 50-card deck just for Stolen Memories, honestly, was helpful. In my test games, it came up a lot more often, I'll give it that. But when it came up, it really hurt me. So being able to kind of circumvent that by having 10 extra cards for my usual deck amount was really, really helpful. So that worked for me, maybe not for you. This was a lot of fun. I enjoyed this challenge. I think Kang's a really cool encounter, and I was glad to try and find a way to make it work in solo, and I hope you enjoyed it too. So again, this is for the Solo Champions League. It's a semi-competitive way of playing Marvel Champions. If you want to know more about it, check out the link below. This was a good game. I'm happy with it. Thank you for watching. That's all I really have for tonight. I think I don't have any more streams this week because there's no more league games. All right. Thank you for watching. That's all I've got. Have a good night.